and welcome to the city of Busan. It just showcases like what Korea really is about. The city of dynamicness, or dynamic Busan, that's what it's called. The first time when I visited here was like 8 years ago. These rocks, man, and the water waves and everything, you can see everything from here, and it's just absolutely stunning. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome to the city of Busan. This is Dadaepo Beach, and this is my first location in Busan to shoot. Now, I actually arrived here 2 days ago, but I've been sick for 2 days. My stomach just stopped working, and I've been throwing up all night, and you know, the usual stuff as a person with a sick stomach, so not good. But today I feel a tad better, so I figured, you know, why don't I just go outside and make some photos as I planned, because I'm already, you know, 2 days, I just wasted 2 days. So yeah, so this beach has small sand dunes, as you can see, and some lone pine trees, and that's why I chose here to see if there's anything that I can shoot as a landscape photographer. So let's get to it. It's actually my first time being here, so I don't know what to expect, to be honest. Alright guys, so I think I found my first composition, which is this small patch of sand dune or sand wall that's like curved like a circle here, half a circle here, and it also has these nice patterns that's leading towards this sand wall. And also as a background I have like 3 peaks of mountains. And I think it just overall it looks very interesting because, you know, the sand dune and sea water and those mountains, it just showcases like what Korea really is about, because, you know, beach and mountains, that's what this country is made of. So I think it's going to be a good, interesting photo. I'm not really quite sure if I really need to fully extend my tripod though, but we'll see. So I put on my 16-35 as my main lens for this photo, and we'll see how it looks like. All right, let's try. All right, so I've got my composition set up here, and I hope you can hear me well because it's quite windy today. So the bottom half of the frame will be filled with this interesting sand pattern with some lines leading towards this sand wall, like that's shaped like this, and this wall itself looks like some kind of half a circle, so it will actually lead people's eyes first to itself, and then when people look at the photo more precisely, then they can see the background, which is the mountains and the seawater just coming in and stuff. However, I don't really think I need ND filters this time, because I usually do long exposures. If you're a long time viewer of my channel, you probably know this, but today, no. I think the seawater is just, it's not that ND filter-esque, if it makes sense. I mean, even if I use an ND filter, it will not make the difference, because you can't see seawater that much in the frame, so it's mostly just mountains and sand dunes. So here we go. I'm just gonna lower my camera a little bit, like so. There we go. All right, so first I'm gonna make 2 photos. First focused on the sand part itself, ISO 100 f11, 80th of a second to second timer. There we go. By the way, I'm using a polarizer to polarize the sky so that sky will look absolutely contrasty and sexy. There are some clouds, so with the polarizer, they look absolutely, you know, like pop out. So second, I focus on the mountains or the horizon, and that makes 2 photos, and they look sharp. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna make 1 black image as usual to tell my future self that I need to focus stack these things. And well, there goes my first shot of the day.
The gentle curve of the sand dune in the foreground immediately caught my attention when I first saw this composition. The mountains in the background, framed by scattered clouds, created a beautiful color combination between the golden yellow sand and predominantly blue sky. When I was taking this photo, I wasn't entirely sure if I could really capture what I was seeing. Now, I am happy with how it turned out.
So, you know, I've been talking about coming to Busan for quite a while now, actually, since like, last year, autumn, and I'm finally here. And you know, this city is actually called the city of dynamicness, or dynamic Busan, that's what it's called. And yeah, it is really dynamic. I mean, there are so many seascape places here, and you know, it's just really amazing that there is a big city. This is actually the 2nd largest city of Korea. That's just like right in front of the beaches, and you know, all these interesting caves and rocky places and stuff. It's just really interesting, and I have so many places in my mind to shoot, but now that I have only 3 days left, I'm not really sure if I can shoot all of those places. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'll have to come back here again, probably in spring. But I'm happy because, you know, because I was sick. Of course it was painful to be sick, but at the same time, it gave me a reason why I should come back here again, and that makes me happy. All right, so as I was walking around to find more compositions, I just found these small bird footprints with some kind of seagrass growing next to it, and I think this can be an interesting composition. So I'm gonna make 1 shot of it. I just quickly changed my lens to 24-1.5 to shoot this. So let's see. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna make 1 shot. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the burst mode because when I use F11, it goes up to 125th, and sometimes it misses. So there we go. Yeah, okay. Now let's see. Is it sharp? Oh yeah. That's interesting. I mean, just small bird footprints. They're so cute. Like small, tiny footprints just going that way, and there's this 1 grass here. And from here, it looks like you know, some kind of modern art, kind of. So I think it's gonna be a good, interesting photo. All right, well, here's a quick shot of this.
As I was taught in my photography school over 10 years ago, sometimes looking down helps you find pictures. I've always appreciated simplicity, and this composition was a ready-made minimalistic image, just lying there waiting for me. I enjoy traveling and seeking out adventures, but sometimes I'm lazy enough to capture simple and easy things too, and I love that.
All right, so we're back in the car now, and yeah, I know I told you that I'm gonna walk around to find some lone trees, but there were quite a lot of lone trees, but I really couldn't find a good one. You know, that photogenic, like light hitting from the side, or you know, with all the seascape as a background, and no, there was none of that. It's just some pine trees and the reed field, and that was it. So I could have, you know, made some shots, but you know, I just didn't feel like I want to make more mediocre shots. Rather, I would like to go somewhere else and make some more shots that are actually quite good. So now we're gonna go to a park place, Amnam Park, which was my second location in my mind, and it's like 20 minutes drive from here. So let's go there, and we'll see what kind of photos that I can make there. So let's go. So it's actually not my first time coming to Amnam Park. It's actually my second time, and the first time when I visited here was like 8 years ago with my friend, who's also a photographer, which I lost his phone number and I cannot contact with him anymore. But I know this place. I made 2 photos here last time, and I'm trying to recreate it. So here are the 2 photos. And these 2 photos are 2 of my absolute favorite photos that I have ever made in my life, and therefore I'm trying to recreate this. And back then I didn't have my 16-35, so actually that was like 10 years ago almost, yeah, before I bought my 16-35. So I had to shoot everything with 24mm, and it was not wide enough, so I'm trying to make the same shots but with a wider lens, and maybe I'll be able to go home with a better image. So we'll see. Well, that was scary. All right, guys, welcome to my secret location in Amnam Park. Well, it's not that secret, but not that many people come here, and sketchy as hell as well. Okay, I don't want to die here. All right, let's just jump here. Yep. Oh, okay. Whew. All right, so this place has so much to offer because these rocks, man, and the water, waves, and everything, you can see everything from here, and it's just absolutely stunning. So let's make some photos, yeah? Yeah, I'm excited. All right, guys, so as you can see, I've got my first composition of this location. Now, this is this composition, I already shot it like many years ago, as I showed you before earlier in this video, but I'm gonna shoot it again because this time I have my 16-35. Now, I remember I used my polarizer back then, so I'm just gonna do the same. I'm gonna use my polarizer, cut off the glare from the sky, make the sky a little bit, you know, crispy and pop out. There we go. And also, I'm gonna use my 6-stopper. So that gives me about 5 to 6 seconds. Okay, that's good. All right, so I remember I didn't focus stack because I didn't know what focus stacking was 10 years ago, but about 8 years ago or 10 years ago when I made this shot. But yeah, I'm just gonna do the same. I'm just gonna focus on the rock here, on this wall, and fire my shot away when the wave comes in. So ISO 100, f11 in 6 seconds, and there you go. Woohoo! Yeah, that's some nice waves right there. All right, let's check. Yeah, that's okay. That's good. That's good. Now I'm just gonna make a bunch of more shots until I get the one that I really like. So just gonna wait for another wave to come in right there.
The rugged texture of the layered rock formations was stunning, and the contrast between the earthy red tones and the soft blues of the sky and water created a striking visual balance. Everything was already there. I simply pressed the shutter. If my photo of the same composition from many years ago focused more on moodiness, I would say this one emphasizes the colors and the textures. I'm happy with the results.
All right, so I've got my second composition right here, which is also the photo that I actually made many years ago. It's the same composition, but with 16mm, it looks absolutely better than when I was using 24 only. So this time I'm gonna use my polarizer as well, because the sky is just absolutely beautiful today. Back then, when I was making those two shots many years ago, the weather was really, moody and it was rainy. But today it's absolutely clear with some clouds and sun coming in, and just, oh, it's just so delicious. All right. So this composition, as I showed you before, it's a really simple one. There are two rock formations, so one on the left going towards the open sea, and the other one trying to hit the middle of that left side. So it kind of looks like this, and in the middle there's water coming in, so I'm gonna shoot it when the water comes in so that I can capture that perfect waves coming in and the white foam line, coming in and going out, making that long exposure painting-ish thing. Blurred mess, basically. Yes, that's what I call it, blurred mess, blurry mess. Now, I've got my 6-stopper on, then that gives me 2 seconds, which will be perfect because the waves are quite fast today. So ISO 100, f11, and actually I'm gonna give it 2.5 seconds, yeah. All right, so let's wait for the perfect wave. And I remember I focused on the tip of this left side rock formation, so I'm gonna do the same. No focus stacking needed. And there we go. Oh no, it's on 2-second timer. Ah, God. All right, I'm gonna change back to just normal shutter. Actually, let's check this. It's not bad. All right. All right, so I'm gonna make this shot when the wave comes in, and you don't have to wait with me. So when the wave comes in, oh, okay. Well, here's the shot.
This photo is all about colors and textures as well. The gray tones of the rocky foreground and the blue hues of the sky and the sea create a sense of moodiness. The diagonal lines of the rocks naturally guide the viewer's eye towards the calm, expansive ocean and the distant horizon. The presence of the ship in the distance adds an excellent focal point, almost as if somebody placed it there as a perfect finishing touch to a painting.
So guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though I think it was a little bit chaotic. But as always, it's chaotic, but I think it was a good one. It was a good trip, good day. and I made some good photos, so I'm happy. I hope you guys like the images, well, I'm gonna stay here for another 3 days or 2 days and make some more photos. So tomorrow actually we're gonna go to another good place that not that many photographers know about, and there I'm gonna make some really good images. So for you that's next week, but for me it's tomorrow. Anyways guys, thanks for watching as always, and don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, press the like button. If you didn't like this video, then press the dislike button, but twice. And bye bye.